For one final time in 2026, the Charlottesville Tom Sox travel to Harrisonburg to take on the Turks. Last time these two teams will see each other this season. Hello and welcome to the broadcast booth here at Eagle Field at Veterans Memorial Stadium. Luke Stefanisco joined alongside Brian Portney. And Brian, after a record-setting win for the Tom Sox yesterday, they'll face a Turks team that's meddling in the bottom of the South Division and looking to get right back on the track.
Yeah, I mean, this is a must-win must-win game really for both sides. We're talking about for the Tom Sox, they're inching closer to the postseason after starting out the year 0-7. It's been quite the turnaround for them, really punctuated by that 21-0 victory yesterday. 21 runs, the most in franchise history. But it seems like we're going to be seeing quite the opposite today, as we've got quite the pitcher's duel on the mound. Evan Allwine versus Lane Duff. Tom Sock versus former Tom Sock.
We'll see the lineup going to take on the former Sock in Lane Duff. For Charlottesville, Chase Jackson leads it off, batting first and playing second base. In the second spot, it's Grayson McCullum doing the DH duties today. Caden Combs, the third first baseman, batting third. Aiden Harris, the third baseman, batting fourth. Tommy Lanzis in the 5 spot. He's playing center field. Lucas Remount in left in the 6th spot. Braden Bachman, the right fielder, bats 7th. Sam Summerlin, the catcher, batting 8th. And rounding it out, making his first appearance in the field for Charlottesville is Albert Maldonado Jr., playing shortstop. They'll do battle with Lane Duff and this Harrisonburg Turks team that ranks bottom of the Valley League in both ERA and WHIP, but that's not been the case for Duff this season.
No, not at all. As for Lane Duff this year, it's interesting you say that. He's coming into this with a 1.99 ERA. It'll be his 6th start, his 8th appearance overall this year, so he really has the chance to be an outgetter, whether it be in the rotation or out of the bullpen. He's had just as much, 33 strikeouts, which ranks at the top of the leaderboard for the Turks this year. So he's definitely got a whole lot of promise, and it's going to have to show against this Tom Sox lineup that is going to be a bit of a new look with Xavier McCory having the off day.
Duff pitched in 12 games for Charlottesville last season, ending his Sox career with a 4.94 ERA and some crucial playoff innings in that stretch run to the VBL championship. As Jackson digs in to lead it off for the Sox, Duff gets his sign, and he kicks and fires the first pitch. That's in there for a called strike at 6:04 p.m. to begin this one.
Chase Jackson back in the lineup after a couple of days, so interesting to see how he goes. He was swinging a hot bat as of recent, but now he's back in the lineup.
He's behind 0-1 to begin this game. Duff delivers in an 0-1 breaking ball that Jackson waves over top of quickly for strike 2. The defensive alignment for the Turks behind Duff: Bennett Gary, Jackson Walker, and Ben Garber from left to right in the outfield. Andy Perez and Trey Miranda on the middle infield, and Elijah Williams and Philip Garcia on the corners, with Ryan Gocio behind the dish for the Turks. 0-2 pitch from Duff. Jackson takes that one as it bounces well in front of the plate, and it's now a 1-2 count.
Chase Jackson going to have to try and find a way to fight in this count. He's had 16 strikeouts this year to just 12 walks.
He digs back into the right-handed batter's box. Left on right to begin this contest. 1-2 pitch. Just off the inside edge. Turks fans thought Duff had strike 3 called. Instead, it's a 2-2 count, and the battle goes on. Overcast skies here in Harrisonburg. A little bit of blue sky peeking through the clouds. Had some rain earlier that pushed this game back to 6 p.m. Jackson waves and misses at the 2-2 pitch, and Lane Duff begins his outing with a strikeout.
Yeah, good job by him going right down the chute. And just from that, I mean, Chase Jackson was just a little bit behind it. Now he's obviously giving communication to Caden Combs, who will be on deck. So just telling him what he sees, and that's really what we see. The first couple at-bats is how you get your feet wet.
Tom Sox team batting .271 against lefties this season coming into today. Duff's first pitch to Grayson McCullum is a heater for strike 1.
And it's interesting you say that. There is quite the split between hitting lefty versus hitting righty. Hitting lefty, they're .271 this year versus when they hit righty, .223.
Duff. His 0-1 pitch is popped up down the right field line. Williams retreating. Garber over as it'll sail foul out of the stadium.
He gets a good piece of that, and it's going to be important too when he leaves things over the heart of the plate, gives some good pull side contact, but I don't think Lane Duff is going to really give these Tom Sox batters a whole lot of that.
Duff already ahead of McCullum, 0-2. From the belt, he delivers the next pitch. A heater that's high and outside. It moves the count to 1-2 strikes. Sox wearing their green road jerseys with blue shoulders, blue numbers with a white trim. Turks in their home reds with white numbers and a cap with the Turk logo on a white background. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss from McCullum. And the second out of the inning, back-to-back punch-outs for the lefty Turk.
Once again, he's really doing a nice job working that middle third. A little bit of vertical movement on that one to give these last two batters a bit behind, but here comes the guy, Caden Combs, who hasn't struck out a whole lot, so it's going to be an interesting challenge for both sides.
Combs has been one of the best hitters in terms of working at bats this season for Charlottesville. First pitch breaking ball in for a called strike to him. Combs riding an 11-game on-base streak. That's the second longest on the team. Only behind Tommy Lansness, who awaits his opportunity in two batters. 0-1 the count. Duff kicks and fires. Combs takes an off-speed pitch off the outer edge of the plate, and it's 1-1. Combs hit his first home run earlier this week against the Culpeper Cavaliers, a shot to dead center, and that 7-3 win. Breaking ball from Duff bends outside. 2-1 now the count to the first baseman.
Yeah, and it was a good game at that. I mean, the Sox were able to launch 3 home runs, just as much. I believe it was Luke Craddock as well, getting in on the fun.
Craddock and McCory alongside Combs, each homered in that game. Combs skies this one into deep right field. Garber camps under it and makes the catch through some difficulty tracking that one and retires the side. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for Lane Duff to begin the contest. And we'll see how his former Sox teammate Evan Allwine can respond on the mound for Charlottesville when we come back here on the Tom Sox Broadcast Network.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out tomsox.org/schedule to see when the team is back in action.
Bottom of the first, 0-0 here in Harrisonburg as Evan Allwine takes to the mound for Charlottesville, try and quell their playoff push and get them into the playoffs in the late stretch of this Valley League season against this Harrisonburg Turks team that will put the ball in play, Brian. We didn't mention it earlier. The Turks dead last in the league in both strikeouts and walks. Not often you see that from any baseball side.
Yeah, well, independent from home runs, they put the ball in play just under 65% of the time. So they are really looking to put a lot of contact in. It's really about if it can get good enough contact and it gets through the gaps, that's what's going to hurt this team. But as for Evan Allwine, we'll see if he can do well against that.
Bennett Gary will lead it off for the Turks. Allwine deals in a first pitch fastball on the outer edge for strike one. Behind Gary will be Andy Perez, the shortstop. Elijah Williams bats third, playing first. Brody Dalton, the DH, in the cleanup spot. Philip Garcia, the third baseman, batting fifth. Jackson Walker, the center fielder, batting sixth. Ryan Gosio, the catcher, in the eighth spot. Ben Garber, the right fielder, in the seventh spot. And Trey Miranda in the ninth spot, playing second base. 1-1 count. Next pitch in to Gary is tapped over to Chase Jackson at short. He collects and throws to Caden Combs for the first out. 3 pitches, 1 down for the Sox, courtesy of Evan Allwine.
Yeah, I mean, Jackson just a nice, easy shuffle over to his left, and nice play to make right there. And yeah, as we talk about that, Evan Allwine coming into this game, it'll be his 7th appearance, 5 starts, his 2.73 ERA and 26 1/3 innings pitched, 21 strikeouts and 7 walks.
Leads the Sox in almost every pitching category, save for strikeouts. That goes to Brandon Dahlman. As the first pitch into Andy Perez is grounded over to short. Albert Maldonado's first play over to first is in time for out number 2, and Evan Allwine working quickly through the bottom of the first in the Turks.
And it's been good to see from him, just quick, easy, weak contact, keeping it all within the infield. And Albert Maldonado, it's good to see from him. He had 2 pickoffs on the mound. So it's going to be fun to see what he can do out at short.
Now he'll face his former teammate Elijah Williams and the man he now shares a walkout song with, both selected Fireman by Lil Wayne, although Allwine having it this season. Williams last year. Here's the first pitch to him. Is an off-speed offering upstairs for a ball.
It'd be good to see that camaraderie. Probably will either share a moment before or after the game. It's always nice to see former teammates, no matter how long you played with them.
1-0 pitch to Williams is a cue shot right back to the mound. Allwine steps back, gloves it, and goes to the underhand flip to first base for the final out. So 3 ground outs for Harrisonburg in the bottom of the first. They get no runners, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. It's 0-0 after a full inning here in Harrisonburg. We'll be right back with more Valley League baseball on the Tom Sox Broadcast Network.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference.
Back in the top of the second, Charlottesville will get his second crack at Lane Duff, who shut them down 1-2-3 in the top of the first inning. And again, this might be a pitcher's duel for the ages, Brian, with the way both these guys started out on the mound.
Yeah, it was a tale of 2 1-2-3 innings. The first 2 batters were sent down via the punch-out for the Tom Sox in the top of the first. And in the bottom of the first, it was just 3 ground-outs. So weak contact or swing and miss stuff. Not sure if that's going to be the trend for the entire game, but we'll see.
Evan Allwine only had to use 7 pitches in that first inning to get the Turks out of the inning. And now Lane Duff will face one of the best bats in the Charlottesville lineup in Aiden Harris. First pitch to Harris is fouled back. That caught the blocker of Gosio, and it's 0-1.
Good job by Harris for getting out in front of that one. Because as we talked about in the first couple of at-bats, the batters are always getting their feet wet, and it's especially important against a guy who was an all-star to find out what his stuff is, what he's made of early on, and then attack it.
Harris kickstarted the 21-0 victory over Stanton yesterday with a 2-run homer in the first inning. Caught a hanging slider from Lance Gowans and went the other way into right center. A 1 pitch from Duff is swung on and missed for strike 2.
Yeah, and with Lane Duff on the mound, you might have felt cheated out of an out as there's a double play to make it 2 outs in the top of the ninth in that, or in the bottom of the ninth in that Cal Ripken All-Star game. But he got the last out.
0-2 pitch to Harris, downstairs off the dirt, and it's 1-2.
But it's good to see an all-star showdown between these two guys who both have sub-3 ERAs and probably just putting a lot of good stuff on tape. Today's the day to do it.
Duff's next pitch is lined into left field for a base knock. Aiden Harris turned around the shortstop, Andy Perez, and finds his way on for the first hit of the ball game.
Once again, that wasn't the hardest hit ball, but it was just a nice liner, and it was enough for Perez to just maybe get lost in the lights or in the sun. He just got spun around on that. Just had to let it go, but some nice contact by Aiden Harris, and it's important to get that first base run of the game.
So now the runner on first, it's Tommy Lansness looking to continue his team best 18-game on-base streak. Duff's first pitch to him is a heater that misses down low.
Lansness ended up going 2 for 3. He also had 2 sac flies in yesterday's win.
4 total RBIs for the lefty from Henrico, Virginia. Led the team in that category. 1-0 bends outside to the lefty Lansness, and it's 2-0. Duff will request a new baseball as he's behind the center fielder Lansness. Aiden Harris off of first in a 0-0 game here in the top of the second. 2-0 pitch to Lansness, runs inside, nearly clipped him, but he bent out of the way, and it's 3-0.
Good take from Lansness. Right now, I mean, you're way ahead in the count. There's double play depth for the middle infield. Feels like this is a situation where you have to take all the way.
Duff kicks and fires a pitch that finds the top of the zone and gets Duff in the at-bat. It's 3-1.
And it's because of pitches like that. I mean, he knows how to offer up high in the zone, because if he ends up sorting at that, that's an easy hop and an easy play for the middle infielders to do double play.
Duff a look to Harris. Now he comes over to first, and Harris slides in safely. Again, that lefty pickoff move from Duff, something to keep a watch of. Albert Maldonado, we mentioned, at shortstop today for the Sox, a righty with 2 pickoffs, but Duff, certainly a guy that was able of picking off runners last year in Charlottesville. 3-1 count to Lansness. Next pitch, upstairs. It's ball 4, and it's back-to-back base runners for the Sox here in the top of the second.
A couple veteran takes from Tommy Lansness, who's able to extend his team-leading on-base streak to now 19.
Talk about the value of a guy like Lansness getting on base. He's been one of the key cogs in getting Charlottesville back on the right track into 500 for the first time this season with a 15-15 record. Now it's Lucas Ream, his first at-bat of the evening, and he pops up a bunt on the first pitch that bounces right off the roof above us, Brian. And if there was enough of a window open, I think we could have caught that one if the ball was a little bit lower.
You know, I think both of our windows are as open as could be. That's why I was getting the hand out ready to go. And luckily enough, we didn't have to catch it.
So after the foul bunt, it's an 0-1 count to the left fielder Ream. Turks defense playing in, expecting a second square from Ream. And he will not, as Lane Duff throws back to second to make sure Aiden Harris stays honest. Good situational baseball here from the Tom Sox. Randy Tomlin has returned to the dugout and the third base coach's box for Charlottesville today after missing last game and 21-0 win for Charlottesville. Ream won't square and takes a fastball up high to even the count at 1 apiece.
Lucas Ream this here, 10 for 39 with runners on. And also 6 for 23 with runners in scoring position, so this is a big opportunity for him once more.
Ream was One of the key cogs in the early inning splurges for Charlottesville yesterday as he takes a breaking ball in the dirt. Harris takes off for third, and he's in there safely. Ream did not pull back on the bunt, so it's a 1-2 count. Runners on the corners for Charlottesville as Lansness held on at first.
Well, now the bunt's definitely out of play, but at least it kind of disoriented the defense enough in the infield to get in Harris that stolen base. Now he's running this to the corners.
We'll see if Lansness decides to take off for second. He's a capable base stealer himself. Duff will throw over to Williams at first to make sure Lansness knows he's thinking about him.
There's quite the contrast between these two teams and how they do their base running strategies. The Tom Sox near the top of the Valley League, 90 stolen bases. Harrisonburg dead last with 46 stolen bases.
Very unique team. They play their style of baseball and they stick to it. 1-2 pitch from Duff. Ream takes an off-speed offering, just missing, and it's 2-2.
That's a veteran take on the breaking ball just below the kneecaps. And now he knows the bunt is out of order. He's just got to find a way to poke it through just outside of the infield. We know he has the potential to do more than that.
Wind blowing through here at Eagle Field. Ream takes a fastball right down Broadway for a called strike 3, and Lane Duff battles back in with a strikeout looking, his third of the evening.
And that's, as we talked about, only one batted ball for these Tom Sox batters today. We see why. Not needing for the swing and miss stuff right there. It's just able to fool them.
That brings up Braden Bachman, who's had a very good last 5 games. 4 for 9 in his last 5 contests. He takes a first pitch fastball from Duff on the outer edge. It's 1-0.
It's been good to see the development of Bachman in the second half of the season.
Lansness takes his lead at first. There'll be another throw over there. Williams won't even apply the tag as Lansness is safe.
Ended up having 2 hits yesterday and 3 RBIs. Got on base via a walk as well.
First at-bat was a 2 RBI single. That kick-started the big 8-run second inning for Charlottesville. He pops up the 1-0 offering from Duff that'll leave the stadium. Flags in between the baseball and softball field here at Eagle Field really starting to whip around in the wind. It's picked up quite considerably since this game started. 1-1 pitch, and Lansness is picked off. They'll throw to second. He's out. Harris breaks for the plate and scores. And so the Sox will trade an out for a run and take a 1-0 lead in the top of the second.
Honestly, you take that if you're the Tom Sox because it ends up scoring a run. And I think that is actually smart enough base running because, you know, you're working against the lefty anyways. Harris breaks off third, and they got to focus on one guy at a time. They didn't focus on the guy at home, so there it is.
Still a 1-1 count to Bachman with 2 outs. Duff misses with a breaking ball to make it 2-1. Sox looking to continue this inning. Yet another game where Charlottesville has scored before their opponent. Bachman fouls off the fastball off the mid of Gocio to even the count at 2-2. Big spot for the Turks lefty. Looking to bounce back from a rough start to the inning where he allowed the single for Harris and the walk for Lansness. 2-2 pitch. Bachman hits it off the end of the bat into shallow center field, and it drops in for a base hit. So Braden Bachman will prolong the top of the second for Charlottesville and give the Sox a 2-out base runner.
And once again, a good job just off the end of the bat, kind of throws his hands out there, and it's enough for some weak contact. I know the center fielder, Walker, was trying to run in, and it was a smart move by him to not dive for it. And still 2 outs.
I'll bring up Sam Summerlin, who's had his struggles at the plate this season, batting a few ticks below 100 on the year for Charlottesville. And Duff will throw over to first, keeping Bachman close to the bag before he delivers in a pitch to Summerlin.
And it's interesting you mentioned the art of scoring first. The Tom Sox have done so in each of the last 5 games.
First pitch into Summerlin, runs well inside. He has to lurch out of the way, but he now moves ahead 1-0. This is the 10th start of the year for Sam Summerlin. All behind the plate. Duff clips the inside corner with a fastball. Gocio lost grip of it for a second, managed to regain it and keep Bachman at first.
Yeah, Bachman can't really have all too much of a lead out there because, again, Tom Sox have been able to run on lefties this year, but this is Lane Duff. This is not just any other lefty pitcher.
1-1 count. Bachman gets an extra step, holds on at first. Summerlin grounds it back up the middle. Miranda flips over to Perez at short to end the inning. Although the Sox take a 1-0 lead after Lensness induces the pickoff play to score Aiden Harris. Charlottesville's ahead after 1.5. We'll see if the Turks can respond here in the bottom of the second.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference.
Clouds have started to move in to Harrisonburg in the bottom of the second, right after the Sox took a 1-0 lead, so maybe Mother Nature is a fan of the Turks, Brian, as Charlottesville will look to hold on to this lead and get back to over 500 for the first time this season.
Yeah, well, we're no stranger to weather playing a part in Eagle Field. We were here the first time back on June 11th, which was just over a month ago, in that 5-3 win. It was about over a half-hour rain delay before the game even started.
This game itself was delayed 2 hours. It's originally scheduled for a 4 o'clock start. Now 29 minutes eclipsed with a 6 o'clock start. Brody Dalton will dig it in for the Turks to begin the bottom of the second inning, and Dalton had a nice game against the Tom Sox his last time out against Charlottesville. 2 home runs, one against Clayton Arma, one against Anthony Mancini. He has not seen Allwine yet this season. Allwine missed with the first pitch, and the second pitch is fouled away out of the stadium on the left side.
Well, he was able to clear the, I believe it was a 290 right field fence at the show for one of his home runs.
Dimensions here at Eagle Field, a lot tougher to conquer. Allwine goes to the off speed and misses inside. Dalton moves ahead 2-1.
Yeah, 320 to the corners and then 400 to dead center where there's the large JMU batter's eye.
Allwine kicks and fires the 2-1. That's swung over top of by Dalton for strike 2. Eagle Field has been described as a hitter's graveyard this season compared to some of the other ballparks in the Valley League like Strasburg, like Stanton, and like Culpeper, which have had incredibly high run rates. Allwine deals the 2-2 and misses upstairs to run the count full.
Well, in the midseason, it had one of the lowest. In fact, it did have the lowest by a large margin in terms of run rates.
Full count pitch from Allwine. Dalton grounds it over to second. Jackson backs up on it into right field and makes the throw to Caden Combs at first for the first out.
Looking a lot like a Lucas Cash book early on with 4 batted balls, weak contact, and it's good to see that from the 1A and 1B of this Tom Sox rotation. They're able to get it done by any means necessary.
From Brody Dalton goes to Philip Garcia, and Brian, you're absolutely correct. Lucas Cash has consistently found ways to get outs for Charlottesville, and when speaking to him, that's always the goal for Lucas Cash, is to just find outs. Doesn't need to put up the flashy strikeout numbers. He cares about 27. As Garcia will ground it over to Chase Jackson at second again, he goes underhand this time to first for out number 2 and make it 5 ground outs for Evan Allwine to begin this contest.
I mean, hey, there you go again, and I've liked what I've seen so far, despite it being weak contact. It's been good plays from Chase Jackson and from Albert Maldonado early on. Caden Combs getting his money's worth today, definitely at that, I don't know if you want to call it the cold corner or the hot corner, to complement the third base corner, which is the hot corner.
5 putouts for Combs already in this one. First pitch in to Jackson Walker is fouled back, and Allwine moves ahead 0-1.
Jackson Walker batting .243 coming into this game.
Allwine out of the windup. The 0-1 pitch is tapped back up the middle. Backhanded by Chase Jackson just behind second. His throw not in time as Walker legs out the single. And so just like that, Harrisonburg gets its first hit of the ball game and a base runner with 2 outs in the bottom of the second.
I think that was regardless going to be a tough play, but it's good to see from Evan Allwine. No ball has left the infield so far. Knock on wood. But again, it's all that weak contact so far. It was going to be a tough play from Chase Jackson regardless, so we'll see what happens here in terms of Ben Garber.
Allwine out of the stretch now, deals in a first pitch to Garber that is grounded over to short. Maldonado fields and fires over to first in time for the third out. So Evan Allwine has induced contact on the ground in every at-bat of this ball game. We're through 2 here at Harrisonburg. The Sox lead it 1-0 on the Tom Sox Broadcast Network.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox.
9-1-2 due up for Charlottesville in the top of the third, and it'll be the Tom Sox hitting debut for Albert Maldonado Jr. Has had a couple chances in the field and obviously pitched in 1 game for Charlottesville this season. This will be our first look and our first viewing of Albert Maldonado Jr., the future Rutgers Scarlet Knight.
Albert Maldonado coming in ranked the 7th best shortstop in the perfect game New Jersey class of 2026, number 28 overall in the state, and the 179th overall shortstop in the national class of 2026. Good to see from him. The perfect game 2026 class rankings officially being official today with the MLB draft in play.
He hasn't heard his name called as of yet. We'll give you an update on some of the former Sox that were selected in the draft shortly, as Maldonado fouls the first pitch from Lane Duff to begin the at-bat. He goes behind 0-1.
One of which was Henry Ford, who was here a couple years ago. He's selected by the Seattle Mariners today.
Maldonado made his debut in the game against Stanton all the way back on Friday. Maldonado went 3 1/3 innings, struck out 5 batters, and allowed 1 unearned run. Duff deals in a fastball for a called strike 2 to go behind the 9-hitter.
So for Maldonado, he's got a good frame, but now it's about what he can do with the bat in his hands.
Duff gets his sign. He kicks and delivers the 0-2 pitch off the outer edge. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Right on left here at the bottom of the Charlottesville order. Chase Jackson awaits on deck. Grayson McCullum in the hole for the Sox. They lead it 1-0 here in the top of the third. 1-2 pitch to Maldonado. Nearly clipped him on the knee, but just missed. And it evens the count at 2.
Maldonado and Aiden Harris both coming in at 6'5", the tallest in the roster, and also both in the lineup today.
2-2 pitch from Duff. Swing and a miss from Maldonado. He strikes out swinging in his first Sox at bat to give the Turks 1 out at the top of the third.
I gotta say, that was not a very bad first at bat. Nobody's first at bat is going to be a first pitch, no doubt, or a home run, but he was able to take in those 2 balls, and he's able to just get a couple good takes, and I think it'll serve him well for the rest of the time in this game.
4th strikeout for Lane Duff already in this one. Back to the top of the order with Chase Jackson. And Duff misses in the dirt for ball 1 to the second baseman.
And Chase Jackson coming in with a strikeout. Was a swinging strikeout. The Tom Sox have had 3 swinging strikeouts today.
1-0 the count. Again, it's righty on lefty. For the righty Jackson against the lefty Duff. Jackson taps it foul back off the screen. And it's 1's wild on the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's a ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Tom Sox lead 1-0.
Duff likes that signal from Gocio. 1-1 pitch. Jackson checks his swing. Peel down to the first base umpire, and he went, according to Chris Richards, just behind the bag.
Yeah, as for the umpires today, behind the plate will be Daniel Devers. At first is going to be Chris Richards. Then the third base umpire today is Fred Shaner.
And a 1-2 count, Duff deals. Jackson takes just off the outer edge of the plate. And it's 2-2.
They're working late pitch counts. They're forcing Duff to go to his swing and miss stuff.
2-2 count. Duff delivers. A fastball on the inside corner for strike 3. Make it number 5 for Lane Duff. And he's showcasing why he's been one of the best starters in the Valley Baseball League.
He did a really good job creating that inside corner. And it was just going to be a tough swing for Chase Jackson regardless, but he had to put contact on it. And now it's quickly 2 gone here in the top of the third.
Grayson McCullum steps in, trying to avoid back-to-back-to-back strikeouts. Duff's first pitch to him is downstairs for ball 1. McCullum's been the offensive leader for Charlottesville nearly all season long, leading the team in hits, average, RBI, many of other categories. He's just been a consistent presence in both the field and at the plate for the Sox all season long. Duff's 1-0 to him, catches the outside. It's 1-1.
Well, he's been great when he's been needed there at the hot corner, but today he'll be playing designated hitter, a little bit of a 2 platoon there with Aiden Harris. He's finding his way back in the lineup with a 4-game hitting streak.
Duff kicks and fires the 1-1, which is a breaking ball that misses upstairs.
In fact, Grayson McCollum was part of the all 9 who were able to get on base yesterday, but he was the only one to not get a hit. And then 21-0 win.
2-1 from Duff. McCullum pops it up into shallow right. It'll get into foul ground. And once again, in a very similar spot to his first at-bat, leave the stadium.
Once again, they are 2 strike counts, but it's not exactly like it's an 0-2 count. Tom Sox batters have been working these guys, really Lane Duff, later into these counts, but they just have to win the battle in the second half of them.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the top of the third. Duff fires in another pitch that's fouled off by McCullum. Sox looking to avoid Back-to-back-to-back strikeouts, courtesy of the former Tom Sock, Lane Duff, on the mound. Duff ready. Once more, the 2-2 is down low for a ball, and it runs the count full.
This is a Tom Sox team that going into yesterday was 5th in the Valley League, and they've been consistently 5th in the Valley League in walks this year. It's because they're working the pitchers later in counts.
3-2 pitch, swing and a miss from McCullum, and it's 3 strikeouts in the 3rd inning for Lane Duff to set the Sox down 1-2-3. We'll head to the bottom of the inning and see if that can bolster the Turks lineup when we come back on the Tom Sox Broadcast Network.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate.
Bottom of the 3rd here in Harrisonburg, Charlottesville leading the Turks 1-0. And Brian, it's been the polar opposite on both ends of this pitching duel. Lane Duff's worked 6 strikeouts for Harrisonburg. Evan Allwine has induced every single at-bat to put the ball on the ground.
Yeah, as for Evan Allwine, he's only had 16 pitches today, no strikeouts, versus Lane Duff, who's had 51 pitches and gotten 6 strikeouts.
Only 1 hit charged to Evan Allwine. It was an infield single for Jackson Walker that was immediately wiped off the board after Ben Garber grounded out to end the 2nd inning. It's Ryan Gocio in the box for Harrisonburg. To begin the bottom of the 3rd inning, he takes a first pitch downstairs from Allwine to go ahead 1-0. Gocio pops up the 2nd pitch into left field. Retreating back is Lucas Ream just in front of the track. He makes the catch for out number 1.
The wind is definitely blowing out to left today. The ball had a bit of carry on it, and that's the first time the ball has gotten out of the infield in this Evan Allwine outing. So even then, it's just an easy catch for Lucas Ream. Has to back up and move around a little bit, but that's still one away.
After the fly out, Allwine goes back to work against the 9-hitter Trey Miranda. First pitch to him, Miranda squared and pulled back as Allwine missed down low.
Trey Miranda batting .241 coming into this game, 14 RBIs, no home runs.
Allwine's 1-0 is grounded over to first. Combs charges in and Fields steps on the bag for the 2nd out. Evan Allwine continuing to work efficiently, already through the batting order for Harrisonburg and back to the top with Bennett Gary, 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd.
Yeah, and in this first time through the order, 8 ground balls and only 1 fly ball and only 1 single, and that didn't even punch through the gaps. It was just a tough play that still ended up being a transfer to Caden Combs at first.
Now the 2nd time through for Evan Allwine, and a first pitch fastball clips the top of the zone for strike 1. Left on right between he and Bennett Gary. Out of the windup, the 0-1 from Allwine is an off-speed pitch that spoils Gary for strike 2.
Allwine, quite the contrast coming into this game. Lefties are batting .360 against him. Righties batting .183.
0-2 pitch from Allwine, chopped into left field. Ream coming on, a slide. He can't get it. And it drops in for the second hit of the game for the Turks, and Bennett Gary extends the inning with a 2-out single.
And once again, really all Bennett Gary had to do was just throw his hands out. It was very obvious in how he approached it, because he saw throughout the first time through the order, they're having problems trying to go pole side. So instead he throws his hands out, and it works to the benefit right there.
So now with Gary off of first, here's Andy Perez, who takes a first pitch fastball into the lefty batter's box to begin the at-bat. Perez was riding a 9-game hitting streak into the Turks matchup against the Covington Lumberjacks a few days ago, where he snapped that streak. From that time, in those 9 games, he had a .500 batting average. One of the best players in the Valley League through that 9-game stretch.
No doubt, and he actually has the longest on-base streak in the entire Valley League at 26 games.
Allwine checks on Gary over at first. No dice.
He's got on base in all but 1 game this year. It's been really impressive to see from Perez, getting on by any means necessary, but that hitting streak especially, it's pretty good.
1-0 pitch up high, and Allwine falls behind 2-0. Perez back in, 0 for 1 today with a ground out to short his first time up. 2-0 pitch runs inside. Perez bends away. He's ahead 3-0. Allwine in danger, putting 2 men on for the most prolific hit bat in the Turks lineup in Elijah Williams. Allwine's 3-0. Splits the zone for strike 1.
Yeah, Elijah Williams, one of the all-stars for the Harrisonburg Bats. He started out the season 0 for 10, and he has just been someone to watch in the second half.
3-1 pitch is fouled away by Perez, and it runs the count full. Good job by Allwine to battle back in this at-bat.
Yeah, definitely a confidence boost for him, and I know that he has the potential to do some damage.
Everyone takes a reset. Sam Summerlin takes his mask off and chats with Daniel Devers behind the plate. Allwine back on the rubber. Perez in the batter's box. Everyone ready to roll. Allwine gets his read. 3-2 pitch is on the outside corner for a call. Strike 3. Beautiful breaking ball from Evan Allwine. Gets the Sox out of the 3rd inning, and they hold the lead at 1. It's 1-0 after 3 complete here in Harrisonburg. We'll be right back with more Tom Sox Baseball.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families.
Well, fans, unfortunately the lightning detector has gone off here at Eagle Field at Veterans Memorial Stadium. This will be delayed 30 minutes before this contest can resume. For a reminder, it's 1-0 heading into the top of the 4th. Charlottesville out ahead of Harrisonburg here at Veterans Memorial Stadium. Once again, folks, this game will be delayed a half an hour. We'll keep you updated on Sox social medias when we hear the official resumption time. And we'll be back with more Tom Sox Baseball. Don't go anywhere, folks. You're listening to Tom Sox Baseball here on the Tom Sox Broadcast Network. We welcome you back to Harrisonburg after a 30-minute lightning delay. The Tom Sox will get to bat in the bottom of the 4th inning, facing a new arm. Yes, you heard that right. Lane Duff is out of the ball game. His final outing against the Charlottesville Tom Sox, he goes 3 innings, allows 1 run on 2 hits, strikes out 6 Tom Sox batters. It'll be Douglas King relieving him to begin the inning, and he drops in a breaking ball on the outer edge for ball 1 to Caden Combs, who leads it off for Charlottesville.
Douglas King coming into this one, and it'll be his 2nd appearance.
Combs swings at the 2nd pitch and grounds it into center field for a base hit. And so just like that, 2 pitches into the resumption of the game, the Tom Sox have a base runner and a leadoff single from Combs.
Well, it's good to see that the line kept moving even after the delay. A little bit of extra time to get under their feet and ended up working right away. We saw Combs go up the middle yesterday in the win.
So now from Combs to Aiden Harris, who already has a hit in this one. First hit of the game for Charlottesville. Back in the 2nd inning, he takes a first pitch breaking ball from King for strike 1.
Aiden Harris had that single, came around to score. Also had a stolen base at 3rd to lead off the 2nd.
0-1 from King. Harris waves over a slider for strike 2. And we'll have to see if Charlottesville chooses to send out Evan Olwine for the bottom of the inning. Obviously, the Turks choosing to end the night early for Lane Duff. No telling how far he could have gone. 0-2 pitch, and Harris fights it off into the seats. It remains an 0-2 count. Rain's been an issue all throughout the Valley today. A couple other games postponed. Yeah, this one on due to the turf here at Eagle Field and James Madison University. 0-2 pitch to Harris. Combs takes off. Throw from Gocio, not in time. Combs steals the bag. Harris is out on strikes. And there's 1 out, but now a runner in scoring position for the Sox in the top of the 4th.
By looking at King Combs, 6'4", 255, you wouldn't think he's a guy who likes to steal a lot. But he's had a couple of nice jumps the past couple of games. We've really seen him get into that 5-tool player kind of wheelhouse. It's been good to see.
Now that brings up Tommy Lansness. Lansness worked a walk in his first at-bat, and he takes a first pitch off-speed offering from King for ball 1. Charlottesville will look to add on now that they've gotten to this Turks bullpen that has struggled all season long. We mentioned earlier the Turks holding a Valley worst ERA and whip. As King misses downstairs again. It's been a struggle for them to find consistent pitching. Harken you back to Lucas Cash's complete game shutout of the Turks, in which their offense was blanked and their pitching staff gave up 8 runs in the 2nd inning. That was good enough for Charlottesville to win the ball game. King misses well inside and low to Lansness, and it's quickly 3-0 to the center fielder.
And it was good to see Lucas Cash as well, going up against a team that puts the ball in play a lot, and it was still weak contact.
A lot of weak contact today induced by Evan Olwine. Only 2 hits for the Turks. 3 for Charlottesville, and one of the men who has one standing at 2nd base. With 1 out. 3-0 pitch to Tommy Lansness is in the zone for strike 1. Still a 1-0 score here at Eagle Field. Tom Sox looking to add on with a runner in scoring position. King and Lansness in a 3-1 count. Righty versus lefty. Lansness at the plate. The pitch. It's grounded over to 2nd base, charging in Miranda, who gloves it and throws to Williams at first for the 2nd out. So King manages to work back from the 3-0 count. But now the Tom Sox have a runner at 3rd and an opportunity to extend their lead with Lucas Ream coming to the plate.
Yeah, at first it had Miranda moving to his right, and then he's able to meet it to his left on a top hop, and he's able to throw it to first, and it's a good job by King Combs to move up to 3rd, just 90 feet away from Tom Sox getting their 2nd run of the game.
Left fielder number 40, Lucas Ream from the Raiders.
First pitch to Ream is a breaking ball for strike 1.
A consistent theme between King and Lane Duff is that they've both been able to work the breaking ball well. Tom Sox have to be able to match their swing to it.
King back in the windup. The 0-1 is again swung on by Ream, and a breaking ball in the same spot gets him swinging for strike 2.
He's already 0 for 1 with runners in scoring position today, so he's overall 6 for 24 on the year.
King gets the sign he likes. His 0-2 offering. Swung on and missed by Ream in the dirt. And Douglas King works around the leadoff single from Caden Combs and strands him at third. Sox get their third hit, but Caden Combs unable to score. It's a 1-0 game after 3.5 here in Harrisonburg. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more Valley League Baseball.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out tomsox.org/schedule to see when the team is back in action.
The Tom Sox leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the 4th inning, and interestingly for Charlottesville, they'll elect to keep starter Evan Allwine in the ballgame compared to Harrisonburg, who lifted lefty Lane Duff. This will be a tough task for Allwine, especially a 30-minute layaway, which is something not common for many pitchers across all levels.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. We also saw that happen between the Tom Sox and the Stanton Braves earlier in a delay. I believe it was last Friday. And how those two may change their pitching strategies.
3, 4, and 5 due up for the Turks in the bottom of the inning. It's Elijah Williams to lead it off, and he swings at the first pitch and taps it over to third. Aiden Harris charges, throws to first on a bounce. It's scooped out by Combs for out number 1. So a tough play all around, but great fielding efforts from Harris and Combs get Allwine 1 out on 1 pitch.
Ends up being the same exact result. And you got to think Williams is a bit frustrated by that. Really, the entire Turks lineup, save for a couple, have not been able to leave the infield today, and that speaks to how much weak contact Allwine's been able to induce.
Someone that's definitely looking to leave the infield is Brody Dalton, the lefty leading the league in home runs with 8. Allwine starts him off with a heater high for ball 1.
I mean, plenty of good things to talk about in terms of Brody Dalton as well, leading the team in extra base hits.
Swings at the second pitch and fouls it back off the netting, and it's 1-1.
Actually leads in extra base hits, runs, and also RBIs on top of home runs. So it's really been the full package as an all-star.
Next offering from Allwine is again popped foul. This will leave the stadium, however. And Allwine 1 strike away from his second strikeout of the evening.
Obviously, the most desired result here is a strikeout, but once again, if he wants to just induce weak contact, as long as he can do that, why not?
He's done it all game long. Only 2 hits for Harrisonburg so far in this one. Allwine's 1-2 pitch, just off the outside, and it evens the count at 2 apiece. Charlottesville does have some action in their bullpen, some precautionary throws. Allwine's 2-2 pitch spoiled into the Turk bullpen by Dalton. It stays 2-2.
I don't exactly have a number on who's throwing back there, but it looks like it's Eric Davis is one of them.
2-2 once more from Allwine. Again, popped up by Dalton. And it remains. It's a good battle between two of the best players in the Valley League. One on the mound, one at the plate. Power versus finesse. Who wins? 2-2. Line drive foul down the first base line.
Some good sweeping motion by Evan Allwine to make it a little bit uncomfortable for Brody Dalton as he's able to line that one well foul. But it's first hard hit ball we've seen from the Turks in quite a while.
Long at bat between these two. Still 2-2. Out of the windup. Allwine delivers. A pitch that Dalton pops up again out of Eagle Field. And they'll do battle for yet another 2-2 count.
We really saw that with the Tom Sox batters, how they were able to work Lane Duff into late counts, but really this is the longest count we've seen from Evan Allwine today.
He gets his sign. He fires. Swung on and missed by Brody Dalton. Went to the changeup and swung right through it, did Dalton. And that's the second out and the second strikeout for Evan Allwine tonight.
Evan Allwine getting back to what he really does best most times. He has 21 strikeouts and just 7 walks coming into this game. It's good to see him get his second strikeout.
So that brings up Philip Garcia with 2 down in the home half of the 4th inning. Allwine's first pitch to Garcia is grounded over to Harris on third, who backs up and throws to Combs, who can't scoop the ball out as it gets past him. Garcia has to hang it first. As Combs goes to retrieve the baseball that left the playing field and will award Garcia second base.
It might have just been sitting back on that ball a little bit too much for Aiden Harris, but at that point, just spikes it in the dirt. And a tough play for Caden Combs to make. And you really don't want to give this Turks team any kind of momentum, especially with Jackson Walker coming into this game, who's already had a ground ball single today.
Walker singled up the middle his first time up. An opportunity to drive in the first run of the game for Harrisonburg. The tying run standing at second. Allwine now out of the stretch. First pitch to Walker is a fastball for strike 1.
Good job clipping just the bottom of the zone there. And it goes back to where it was a tough handle by Jace Jackson last time he made contact with the ball.
0-1, line drive into right center field, and Walker delivers. Bachman fields it on a hop, throws it into Jackson, but it won't be in time as Garcia scores, and it's a 1-1 game.
Probably the first pure pull side hit that just drops in front and shallow right for today for the Harrisonburg Turks. And once again, it was good contact. That's just the byproduct of when you're a batted ball pitcher. You're at some point going to induce some undesired contact, and well, there you go right there. Now it's all knotted up, 1-1.
Jackson Walker off of first. Turks will send up Ben Garber to the plate. And Garber takes a first pitch fastball from Allwine off the outer edge. One 1-0 the count to the right fielder Garber. Second pitch is tapped foul back to the screen.
Garber third on the active roster and batting average not counting qualified versus unqualified. So a 286 clip this year through 56 at-bats.
Walker off of first, trying to continue this inning for Harrisonburg. 1-1 into Garber, bends inside, and it is now a 2-1 count.
But still, it is a favorable situation because if he's able to induce the ground ball contact, the middle infield is ready for it.
Allwine delivers the 2-1. It's Grounded back up the middle. Maldonado flips to Jackson at second in time for the force to retire the side. A fielder's choice gets the Sox out of the bottom of the fourth inning. However, Harrisonburg knots it up at 1 after the error by Harris and the single from Jackson Walker. We're all square after 4. Don't go anywhere. The top of the 5th coming right up on the Tom Sox Broadcast Network.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out tomsox.org/schedule to see when the team.
It's a brand new ball game here in the top of the 5th. Harrisonburg equalized in the bottom of the 4th. And it's 1-1 between the Turks and the Tom Sox in this Valley League South matchup. Luke Stefanisco and Brian Portney here at Eagle Field on the radio broadcast. We thank you for sticking with us through the rain delay and through everything this season for the Sox. Braden Bachman will lead it off for Charlottesville, and he's 1 for 1 today. One of 3 Tom Sox hitters find their way on base with a hit. Douglas King deals a first pitch breaking ball in for strike 1 to begin the at-bat with the right fielder.
Braden Bachman already a single in today's game, back in the 2nd. There's some good 2-out hitting.
Next pitch to Bachman is tapped right back to King on the mound. He will step off to his left and flip to Williams at first for out number 1. So far, it hasn't been a change for Harrisonburg from the starter Lane Duff to the reliever Douglas King. They've managed to keep these Tom Sox bats at bay.
I really haven't seen too much of a change. Just, 2 strikeouts, 2 groundouts, and only 1 single, which was in the form of Caden Combs to lead off the top of the 4th.
Following the 1-3 from Bachman, it's Sam Summerlin at the dish, taking a first pitch fastball off the outside from King for ball 1. This is the first time we've seen the Allwine Summerlin battery this season. Always unique to see the different catcher-pitcher pairings in summer baseball as he moves ahead 2-0 and the high fastball from King. It's been a season of growth for Sam Summerlin, who experienced some growing pains at the beginning in terms of both hitting and playing behind the plate. King delivers the 2-0 pitch, a beautiful breaking ball in for strike 1.
Yeah, I mean, it's always good. Summer ball is a great opportunity to just find yourself and showcase yourself in front of college coaches. Really find who you are.
2-1, and Summerlin lines it back up the middle for a base hit. So with 1 out, the Sox get a base runner, courtesy of their catcher, to turn things over to the 9-hitter, Albert Maldonado Jr.
Once again, just hitting up the middle. We've seen the Sox be able to hit to all fields yesterday, and officially they've had some pull side hits, some up the middle hits, and some throw your hands out oppo hits today.
The righty digs into the batter's box, 0 for 1 today with a swinging strikeout. King delivers in a first pitch heater, clipping the outside corner for strike 1. Maldonado, one of the more unique players on the Sox roster, a two-way player, has already pitched in a game for Charlottesville. This is his first time in the field and at the plate for the Sox. King gets his sign out of the stretch. He delivers in another fastball right in the same spot for strike 2.
Well, he worked a very good 2-2 strikeout earlier on. But the thing is how he's able to extend the count here if he can, or if he's going to go at it on a waste pitch. It's going to be crucial early on.
He's behind 0-2. King goes to a quick pitch and misses upstairs for a ball.
I think that was the intended outcome because, once again, with one out, you're trying to induce some hard ground ball contact, and that would have been tailor-made for a 6-4-3.
One thing we know about Albert Maldonado Jr. is his speed. It is one of his best weapons in the field. Breaking ball from King, misses upstairs. They'll throw over to first. Keep Summerlin there, and he slides back in safely.
It's a good quick hop from the catcher in Gocio. Sam Summerlin really hasn't had all that much on the base paths this year.
2-2 count to the 9-hitter, Albert Maldonado Jr. Summerlin off for first. King's breaking ball is fouled away by Maldonado on the right side, and he stays in it.
I could see from him, it was a 2-2 strikeout the last time up, but as for Sam Summerlin, no stolen base attempts on the year. So it'd be interesting to see if he gets a quick secondary lead if he's running, but with 2 strikes and 1 out, I don't really think he runs.
Chase Jackson on deck should he get the opportunity. 2-2 again to Maldonado, is grounded through the left side into the outfield for a base knock. And it's back-to-back hits for the Tom Sox to put 2 men on for the top of the order.
Yeah, I mean, when you're playing the pole, you just can't have that much of a gap between, I believe it's 5 and 4. So really it was that much of a gap in between third and second. I know they were playing the double play shift for the middle infield, so it was a good job of exploiting that for Maldonado.
Turks will bring the corners in, possibly anticipating a bunt attempt here from Chase Jackson. 2 runners on. King delivers in a first pitch breaking ball at the knees for a called strike.
Maldonado, Jackson so far in the year already has a sacrifice hit.
One of a few Tom Sox to do so. Charlottesville hasn't employed it all that often this season. 0-1 down in the dirt. Good block from the catcher, Gocio. Keep that one in front and prevent Summerlin and Maldonado from advancing.
Well, we have seen that sometimes, but not really when it's situational. We've seen Xavier McCory and Will Yao at the leadoff spot show bunt, but they pull back just to play mind games with the pitcher.
Always interesting to see how teams will try to throw off the rhythm of the guy on the mound. 1-1 count. 1 out in a 1-1 game here in the top of the 5th. Breaking ball from King bends outside, and Chase Jackson moves ahead in this 2-1 count. Sunny skies, the beginning of this contest, have turned to overcast clouds as we move into the nightly hours of this one. Weather delay has set us off a little bit, but just approaching 8 o'clock here on Eastern Standard Time. Jackson grounds that one back up the middle, gloved by Perez, who steps on the bag, throws to first, scooped out by Williams for a 6-3 double play. So Charlottesville gets 2 men on, but the Turks turn a double play to get out of the inning. That's all for me on play-by-play, folks. Here in the top of the 5th, it's a 1-1 game. Brian Portney will take over when we come back on the Tom Sox Broadcast Network.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference.
Back now here in the bottom of the 5th. Evan Olwine still out on the mound for the Tom Sox, going up against the Turks. 8-9-1. Brian Portney alongside Luke Stefanisco, and it's been good to see how Olwine has continued to shove despite the delay.
Yeah, it's always tough for pitchers to have to deal with any kind of delays, let alone a 30-minute lightning delay. Typically, if it's a malfunction with equipment or something, it's a lot shorter. Obviously, Harrisonburg made the decision to pull Lane Duff. Charlottesville and Randy Tomlin sticking with Olwine. He's a guy that's not fazed by things. He's been hurt out on the mound. He's dealt with a lot. Basically anything the Valley League has thrown at him, he's been able to handle it. That's just the kind of person Evan Olwine is.
Absolutely. It was a battle of current Tom Sock versus former Tom Sock and Evan Olwine and Lane Duff to start the game. His first pitch to Gocio is flared foul well behind us. Lane Duff was here last year mainly in a reliever role for the Tom Sox. And he was taken out by way of Douglas King in the top of the 4th. Weak tapper grounder up the first base side. Evan Olwine just applies the tag, and 36 on 36 for the first out.
Yeah, and Olwine has really had his ground ball stuff working. It's been impressive to see how he's generated just so much spin to force the barrel to tap it into the dirt. Not often you see a guy that effective at inducing ground balls. It's certainly a good thing for his case after some struggles with hard contact in the last outing against Front Royal.
Maybe taking a couple of pages out of the Lucas Cash playbook, and once again, as we've talked about, you love to see that from the 1A and 1B. So I'll bring up Trey Miranda. Shows bunt, pulls back. Taken for a ball on the inside. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Miranda was a 3 unassisted victim his first time up. As he throws the hands out into left, and that will get down for a base hit. Into the left field corner, he's rounding first, headed to second, and it's a 1-out double. At the bottom of the order for Trey Miranda, and the first hit of the inning.
All right, as we talk about it with Olwine looking to avoid hard contact, you see one of the best pieces of the evening from Trey Miranda to go the opposite way. And that's what these hitters need to do against Olwine, a guy that's really limited them on that pull side. Go the opposite way, have some success shooting it the other way where the Sox hitters are shifted against.
It's what you call an adjustment. Still 1-1 ball game, bottom of the 5th, is back to the top of the order, and Bennett Gary watches the first pitch in there for a strike in the outside corner. Gary in the lefty batter's box facing off against the righty and Olwine. He had a singles last time up back in the 3rd. Now with the runner on second, the 0-1. Can't find the zone. Just an inch or two away from his last location. And it's a ball and a strike. Chase Jackson on the outfield grass at second. Shaded well off the back. 1-1 foul tip into the mid of Sam Summerlin. And it's quickly 1-2.
This is good from Olwine, though, to bounce right back in the count. He hasn't showed any fear. That's typically how he tends to work. If he gets hit around, he doesn't shy away and walk batters. He goes right back to work right at you.
So it's 1 out and a runner at second in a tie ball game, 1-1. Bottom of the 5th. 1-2. Called strike 3. 3 strikeouts today for Evan Olwine as there's 2 quickly out here in the bottom of the 5th.
And that's some of Olwine's best stuff. Adding some extra velocity to his fastball over his collegiate season with Pasco Hernando has made him even tougher in those situations where he can dump the off-speed like he did right there.
So now I'll bring up Andy Perez, working on an 0 for 2 day. First pitch, foul back right side and well past the bleachers. Working on a Valley League leading 26-game on-base streak. As we had mentioned before, and saw his 9-game hitting streak get snapped at Covington a couple days ago. Now with the runner at second. The 0-1 is up high, head level. It's even up the count at 1-1. Elijah Williams on deck if we get to that point. He's also 0 for 2. The 1-1. That one in the air, right field side. Very playable for Braden Bachman, who recorded to third out by a catch. And we head to the top of the 6th. Tom Sox, Turks, even at 1. We'll be right back.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out tomsox.org/schedule to see when the team is back in action.
Top of the 6th set to get underway here from Eagle Field at the campus of James Madison University. It'll be 2, 3, and 4, McCollum, Combs, and Harris after the inning-ending double play. They got closed really, really quickly up the middle for Chase Jackson.
Yeah, it's been a tough day for Jackson. The rest of the Sox lineup hasn't been that far behind him. Only been 3 guys to record hits, and besides Aiden Harris, they've been left stranded on the base paths.
Now Grayson McCollum has 2 strikeouts in today's game, both swinging strikeouts. First pitch he sees is up high, shoulder level, the ball no strikes. Still the same infield look on the right side, and Williams at first and Miranda at second. Slapped right back to short. A play for Perez across the diamond, and he makes the play. And it's quickly one gone by the 6-3 putout.
Good composure from the Turks middle infield today. They've made some plays that certainly looked a lot tougher off the bat of the Sox hitters. Comparatively, the error from Charlottesville from Aiden Harris has given the Turks the only run of the game.
So now that'll bring up Caden Combs, who had the first hit out of the lightning delay. And was the first batter to face the new pitcher in Douglas King, who's still out on the mound. 1-0 is in there for a strike at the knees. So 1 out, bases are empty here. Top of the 6th, Tom Sox and Turks level at 1. Here's the 1-1. Check swing does not break the plate. So it's 2-1.
Yeah, the key for Combs here is to just work his way on base. Sox need base runners, especially at the part of the order with Aiden Harris and Tommy Lansness, who helped create traffic in the second inning.
2-1 in there for a strike. Caden Combs in danger of having his first strikeout of the day. He throws his hands out for a ball that gets into right field, but a nice diving catch by Ben Garber. Great catch by Ben Garber. It's quickly 2 gone after the oppo contact finds a glove.
Yeah, it was a little bit luck on both sides of the spectrum for Charlottesville and for Harrisonburg. Lucky that Caden Combs got his bat to that one. A little bit lucky for Ben Garber that that one hung up in there, because if that got past him, Combs was likely thinking 3 with the amount of outfield grass here at Eagle Field.
Now that'll bring up Aiden Harris, and he jack swings. That one goes well through for the first one. It's in there for a strike. Tommy Lansness on deck if we get to that point. 0 for 1 with a walk. And that one gets through the diving glove of Garcia. Into left, and a nice 2-out single for Aiden Harris.
And that's just a consistent, good line drive contact we've seen from Aiden Harris. And it's been nice to have him back, especially after he was a little banged up over the course of the last few weeks. To get him back in the lineup has been key for Charlottesville in these last 2 games.
So now that'll bring up Tommy Lansness. Weak grounder that goes foul to the right side. Righty pitcher and Douglas King on the lefty batter and Tommy Lansness. He's 4 for 19 against lefties, but 20 for 72 against righties coming into this game. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Got him bat on some vertical movement, and it's quickly 0-2.
This is where you got to batten down and put the ball in play if you're Lansness. That's the simplest thing. Strikeouts don't help your team at all. Put the ball in play and force the Turks to make the play.
Pitch clock down to 6. 2 outs, the 0-2. I fly ball into left, and that'll go well foul into the Turks bullpen. So we'll do the 2-strike tango one more time. Tom Sox and Turks are tied at 1 here in the top of the 6th. After the quick lightning delay, we are back in action. A runner at first and Aiden Harris with 2 gone. The 0-2 pitch. And that one finds the glove of the shortstop in Perez. A quick liner to end the inning. And Tom Sox and Turks still 1-1 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. We'll be right back here on the Tom Sox Broadcast Network.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference.
Bottom of the 6th, second to get underway here from JMU Eagle Field. It's 1-1 Tom Sox and Turks in a must-win situation for seemingly both sides. Brian Portney alongside Luke Stefanisco and Evan Allwine up to 56 pitches on the day through 5 innings. It's been quite the game to see. A lot of weak contact.
Yeah, we've seen him flirt with 100 pitches too, so I'll be intrigued to see how long Randy Tomlin and company want to let Evan Allwine go. He's been phenomenal today and is the reason that this game is close. Both starters had their A games. Duff, unfortunately, lifted due to the rain out, but we had a dueling of aces on the mound before this point.
So now they'll bring up Elijah Williams. The lefty batter, first pitch. Weak tapper grounder to second. Jackson throws on to first. It's in time. Shaded well off the bag, and real nice play for him, and it's quickly one gone.
Yeah, that one was a tougher play than may look to most casual viewers, Jackson had to charge in but stay calculated enough to prepare for any hops off the turf. He handled it well. And Williams, pretty frustrated with himself. He's been swinging early and often and hasn't found any success in this game.
But now, once again, we talk about how hot of a bat Brody Dalton can be. He's now up to the plate, 0 for 2 today. First pitch. Misses the zone at the knees. Brody Dalton struck out swinging for the second out of the 4th inning. The 1-0 is popped up well foul left side to even up the count.
Yeah, you don't want to lose an off-speed pitch to Dalton, but you also want to groove him a fastball. That's where he's had his success with the power this season, so tough guy to pitch to.
1-1. This is the zone upstairs. Bit out of the zone to the righty batter's box. Another lefty batter the Turks have against the Tom Sox. And Evan Allwine, the 2-1. Again, lifted foul, left side. And near the softball field and left. Philip Garcia on deck if 2-2, swing and miss. There's a foul tip into the mitt of Sam Summerlin, 2 gone.
Yeah, that's one of Allwine's better pitches of the afternoon to get Dalton there in that spot. Beautiful location on the off speed. Got him to offer at it. A good job by Sam Summerlin behind the dish to hold on to it.
So now we'll bring up Philip Garcia. Garcia reached by an error, shows bunt, goes down to the third base side. Tough play for Evan Allwine. He beats the tag. Philip Garcia. First pitch swinging, first pitch bunting down the third base line, and it's a 2-out single for the Turks.
That was a well-placed bunt from Garcia, but got to give credit to Evan Allwine for being able to even make that a play with where it was placed. Right down the third base line, still managed to get to it and make a throw. Just better effort from the batter.
Now brings in Jackson Walker, who's already had 2 singles today. As Rainey Tomlin comes out to the mound, and this looks like it'll be an infield meeting. We'll see if it means there's a pitching change, but as of right now, that it will be. And it was quite the fantastic outing from Evan Allwine. We'll have the name and numbers on the new guy when we come back right here on the Tom Sox Broadcast Network.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out tomsox.org/schedule to see when the team is back in action. Learn from the best.
Back now here at Eagle Field, it's Parker McRae, the man from Allegheny, coming out here to toe the slab after a great day from Evan Allwine. Let's take a look at his numbers last time up. He faced off against Culpeper.
Yeah, McRae went 4 innings, allowed 2 hits, 1 earned run, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts. He was especially effective in that last inning which was an inning where the Sox needed him to hold the line. The Cavaliers started to get some momentum, set down 2 of 3 batters with a strikeout and a 1-2-3 inning. I like his stuff on the left-handed side. Got some nice velocity, some good breaking stuff.
Well, it'll be lefty on lefty with the man who's gone 2 for 2 today already. It's Jackson Walker. First pitch in there for a strike right down Broadway. And what a start on the heater. Parker McCray with a runner at first and 2 gone. Runner going. The throw to second is on a bounce. In time. From Summerlin to Maldonado. What a tag. And that'll do it here for the bottom of the 6th. Tom Sox keep it at a 1-1. McCray limits the damage. We head to the top of the 7th. Tom Sox 1, Turks 1 here on the Tom Sox Broadcast Network.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out tomsox.org/schedule to see when the team is back in action.
We're through 6. It's going to be Reem, Bachman, Summerlin for the Tom Sox lineup. Still Douglas King out there on the mound for the Harrisonburg Turks. As the last throw down to second reminds us of the throw down to second that ended the inning. Last inning for the Tom Sox. Sam Summerlin throwing out his second runner of the year.
Yeah, it was a beautiful throw from Summerlin, right on a hop. Easy for Albert Maldonado to pick it and apply the tag. That's a big one, too, because it gives Evan Allwine the ability to rest easy, knowing that he didn't allow a single earned run today, and a phenomenal outing from the righty.
Yeah, it was due to that E3 that happened back in the 4th. Because that was with 2 outs, all runs are unearned. The first pitch to Lucas Ream goes downstairs for ball. It's 1-0. Ream 2 strikeouts today. He faces the 1-0. Looking ball does not find the zone.
Already a much better start for Ream in this at-bat comparatively to his first 2. Seeing it well.
2-0. Taking in there for a strike. Gets 2-1. On the outside corner. It's righty on righty. And Lucas Ream versus Douglas King on the mound. The 2-1. The 3-1, I should say, is down low for ball 4.
To be honest, Brian, not sure where that third ball came from, but hey, we'll take it. It's a walk for Lucas Ream, a much better at-bat comparatively to his first 2 back-to-back strikeouts. Now you got something cooking if you're the Tom Sox.
There you go. And hey, if there is a ball here, we can officially say the runner's on base. There you go.
Ball does not lie.
Ball does
That's
not
what the kids say, Brian.
That's what Xavier McCory said to the umpire yesterday after getting hit by a pitch 3 times in the 21-0 win over Stanton.
First time in team history a player has been hit 3 times in one game.
A lot of records as the 1-0 finds his own lower outside corner. to Braden Bachman. There's plenty for you to put on your game notes the next time we have that. And
I'll be pretty busy on the ride back, Brian.
oh, absolutely. It's going to be fun when the Tom Sox take on Kellington tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Bachman shows Bont has to pull back and is rewarded with another ball. It's 2-1.
I like this from Braden Bachman here. The bottom part of the order has put the ball in play with Maldonado and Summerlin each having a single. So if you can get Riemann to scoring position, good things can happen.
Weak tapper grounder. Taken by King. Throws to first. It's in time. It's Trey Miranda covering at first. Moves up the runner to second, so Bachman able to do his job. Ream moves up 90 feet to second with one gone.
The old 1-4 sacrifice. Not often you see that in the scorebook, but well-executed wheel play there from the Turks.
I'll bring up the lefty batter, Sam Summerlin. He's 3 for 30 on the year overall at the plate. Righty on lefty, the first pitch. Can't find the zone. It's a ball and no strikes.
And this is an at-bat for Summerlin in a big spot. A guy that has a good amount of plate discipline at the dish, has worked a lot of walks this season. Wouldn't hate to see him work one here.
The 1-0. The high fly ball into straightaway center field. Making the catch is Walker, looks the runner and Ream back to second to make it an effective out for 2 outs.
And now that leaves the youngster Albert Maldonado Jr. tasked with driving him in from second. Already 1 hit on the day. It's a big spot for a guy in his Tom Sox hitting debut.
It's good to see from Albert Maldonado. He took a good count. His first time up, it was a 2-2 strikeout. And a single back in the 5th. First pitch. Runs inside. The ball, no strikes. Chase Jackson on deck if we get to that point. He is 0 for 3 today with the double play that ended the 5th. 1-0. In there for strike lower outside. To the righty batter and Maldonado, sitting at 6'5". One of 2 players at 6'5", also Aiden Harris. The tallest players in the Tom Sox lineup. King looks the runner back at second, has to step off.
A little close there to maybe being a balk.
Yeah. Sometimes when you know it, you know it. Now the 1-1 is lifted in the air to left field and shallow enough for Gary to make the catch for out number 3. So limiting the damage and leaving a runner at second is Douglas King and the Harrisonburg Turks. It's still even 1-1. It's stretch time from Eagle Field. We'll be right back at the bottom of the 7th on the Tom Sox Broadcast Network.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference.
Jackson Walker will still be the batter as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Bit of a chillier evening here from Eagle Field, but it's been a good one, and as advertised, it's still a 1-1 ball game.
Yeah, this has been a dandy. Again, we had a great pitchers duel advertised, and it's delivered. Pitching staffs of both teams have been able to limit the other. This is a defensive baseball enjoyer's delight to watch this one.
Sometimes, you know, when it's going to be a game like this. First pitch to Jackson Walker. Skips in front from Parker McCray. Heads to the backstop. No consequence, but a ball.
It happened to McCray a couple times in Culpeper. I think it's just an issue of getting warm and acclimated. Came in middle of last inning. Has to ease back into it.
That one also sails down low. 2 balls, no strikes. He spent the spring at Allegheny. An incoming junior. A tap, foul tip. And 2 balls, 1 strike. Last time he pitched a live AB before Culpeper in a real game was back on May 7th against Chatham. In a loss, he went 2 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 4 strikeouts and a walk.
I think you saw some of that rust leave him in that game against Culpeper. It was an inning where he walked multiple batters, allowed the bases to be loaded, and then stranded them when you saw him build back into the form he wanted to be in.
Now lefty on lefty. Watch that one get in there for a strike. Gets 2-2 to even up the count. Jackson Walker is been the only Turk with 2 hits today. Now the 2-2. Weak tapper up the first base side, and they'll rule out a foul by way of the home plate umpire Daniel Devers today. First base umpire Chris Richards and the third base umpire Fred Shaner. So a bit of a different umpiring crew than what we've seen from most of the year, but Daniel Devers has been a home plate umpire before for the Tom Sox.
Yeah, a game in Charlottesville. It was his first time umpiring at the collegiate level. He did a fine job.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, there's not much bad you can say about umpires. It is a very hard job to do. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs, bases are empty. Here's the pitch. Another weak tapper grounder up the first base side, goes foul. Caden Combs chases after it, and still 2 strikes. Tom Sox and Turks are level at 1. In what has been the lowest scoring affair between the 2 teams this year. 2-2. Up high by the head level, and 3 balls, 2 strikes. Just has to be able to find his location as Parker McCray. Now he gets his sign, the payoff pitch. That one hit right back up the middle on a liner. And a leadoff single for Jackson Walker to start the inning.
That was a nice at-bat from Walker to foul off and fight off some competitive pitches from McCray and go right back up the middle. If you're Harrisonburg, got to take advantage of this opportunity. Haven't had that many in this game, especially against the new arm where you weren't having really any success against Evan Olwine.
Now that'll bring up Ben Garber, who made the catch to end last inning. He'll be facing off against the pole shift. Maldonado was straddling the line between the outfield and the infield grass, and now is playing a bit back deep on the infield turf. Pops up the first pitch, foul. Summerlin just has to chase that one down.
Yeah, if he was able to get a better reaction on that, could have made that catch. But the intention is clear. Turks are going for exactly what the Tom Sox did last half inning, trying to put a runner in scoring position and see where things go from there.
Garber was a fielder's choice victim to end the 4th. That was his last time on. Still pole shift on for Garber as the corner infielder Harris at third is watching. Popped up the bunt. And a catch by Sam Summerlin for the first down. Able to redeem himself after the ball from the backstop, and it's 1 gone.
Yeah, that was much needed for Charlottesville. And now if you're Harrisonburg, got to rethink your game plan. Garber unsuccessful on the bunt. Have to find another way to get Walker either in scoring position or home.
I'll bring up Andrew Fonte. taking over for Ryan Gocio. Andrew Fonte coming into this one batting .237 in 59 tries. No homers, 8 RBIs, slugging .271 and an on-base percentage of .308. Also has the same walk-up song as one Lucas Ream, who's playing left field for the Tom Sox today. Crowding the righty batter's box is Fonte. Runner going. First pitch called a strike. The throw to second is well off. Chase Jackson with a leaping grab to make sure that doesn't go into center field. And that's stolen base for the Tom Sox. Turks.
Yeah, big at-bat now for Fonte with a runner in scoring position. Tom Sox had a very similar situation. Couldn't get it done.
Next pitch in there for a strike. Quickly, no balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. So McCray looking to set the batter down after the stolen base. The 0-2. Outside. We really see that base running advantage goes to the pitcher if it's a lefty pitcher, just because he's working from that side. Now the 1-2. Late swing, foul. Gets it on the barrel, goes right side.
That was one of the breaking balls that McCray's able to spin off effectively. It really has some nice velocity to it, and it runs in on those right-handed batters, so caught the barrel of, or the handle, rather, of Fonte. He wasn't able to do anything with it but foul it off.
Fonte putting the ball in play over 72% of the time. This 1-2 is again fouled back. When he does that, just 2 ticks below 300 on balls in play. Plenty of opportunities for him. Now Fonte ready again. Parker McCray on the mound. Left field, the left-handed pitcher. Another 1-2 fought off, foul.
Well, the one thing going for Harrisonburg is they seem to be able to pick up the pitches out of the hands of McCray. Now, putting it into play is a different story, but they've been able to put back to it. Just have to figure out a way to get it into the field.
So runner at second with 1 out here. 1-1 ball game in the bottom of the 7th. 1-2. Tapper foul off the left foot of Fonte. And another long count, this time for Parker McCray on the mound. Really saw that just a couple of times with Evan Allwine, but not really too much. He had 56 pitches going into his last full inning. McCray steps off the mound. As does Sam Summerlin, just to check up on him, but he does not stay out of the circle of home plate. So McCray back on the mound. Fonte again crowding the righty batter's box. It's lefty on righty. McCray looks at the runner at second and comes back with a 1-2. It's up high. 2-0 the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That was a good pitch, especially after your series of fouls. Try and paint the black, especially when Fonte's able to make contact and spoil it away as he has done this at-bat.
McCray looks the runner back at second, and Walker heads back to the 2-2. Once again, foul. He's just got to find a way to set him down here. McCray ready. With 1 out, here's the 2-2. Breaking ball does not find the zone. It'll run the count full.
It was a beautiful spot from McCray. Just didn't get the call. Don't get dissuaded. Stay true, and you'll find the zone.
3-2. Up high, ball 4. So runners at first and second. Still with 1 minute going, and it'll go down to the bottom of the order and Trey Miranda.
That was a little bit unlucky for McCray. Thought he made some really competitive pitches in that at-bat that didn't go the way of Tom Sox. Now you got to really batten down. Again, in a very similar spot, and this is a good mound visit from Randy Tomlin here to talk things over with his arm.
It does just look like Randy Tomlin is going to have a talk with him on the mound. Still unsure of the status of Will Pearson, who was deemed unavailable for yesterday's game. But, I mean, this is Randy Tomlin, a 5-year MLB pitcher, played for the Pirates and for the Red Sox, I believe. Yes,
Red Sox, Nationals, Pirates. He's a very tenured guy. His best seasons came in Pittsburgh, however, threw a complete game in his first ever MLB appearance.
So definitely plenty of experience for him, and he's been able to reflect that across all of his coaching experiences, also most notably at Liberty Christian Academy, where they fell in the playoffs to Spotswood. Was close to a VHSL state playoff appearance this year. But now it'll be back to the mound. Caden Combs holding the runner at first. Aiden Harris playing up a bit at third, just a bit. Slight double play shift for the middle infield. Maldonado Jr. and Jackson. First pitch sails down low by the shoe tops to Miranda. It's a ball, no strikes. Trey Miranda had a double with 1 out back in the 5th. One-0, well, foul. Right back behind us, right side. So runners at first and second with 1 out. Tom Sox and Turks are even at 1 here in the bottom of the 7th. Here in a seemingly must-win game for both sides. The 1-1. Cannot find the zone. It's 2 balls and a strike.
I feel like McCray's getting squeezed a little bit here. These curveballs have been really close to the zone, and Daniel Devers not giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Has to find a way on the breaking ball. And 2 balls and 1 strike. Pitch clock down to 5. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. That one's a no-doubter. So even up the count at 2-2. And the top of the order would be Bennett Gary if the inning continues and does not end on a double play right here. Although the Tom Sox and Parker McCray would really like that right now. Runners at first and second with 1 out. 2-2. This is the zone. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes. It might have been a ball anyways because of a pitch clock violation.
Yeah, certainly what the Harrisonburg dugout seemed to be indicating.
Now we'll do it again. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at first and second. Here comes the pitch. That one in the air, right center field. Going back is Bachman, and he makes the catch. Looks the runner back to second and Walker, and he's back in safely on the tag. So 2 outs and a productive catch by Braden Bachman, and it's 2 gone for the top of the order in Bennett Gary.
That was an aggressive lead at second from Walker and an aggressive break. And Bachman has a strong arm. He's already notched an outfield assist this season. He challenged him, nearly got him at second. And it's still men at first and second for the Turks. Gonna need a base hit to drive him in.
Plenty of chances here as I'll bring up Bennett Gary. He had the team's second single of the game. And he's back in the 3rd. There's Runners at first and second with 2 gone. The first pitch, breaking ball in there for a strike. It's 0-1.
And that time, Cray left no doubt, dropped it right in the center of the zone.
Chase Jackson, the second baseman, playing on the outfield turf. 0-1. Outside. Drops Summerlin to a knee in the righty batter's box to even up the count. He's rolling quick here. He's already getting ready for his catcher in Summerlin. 1-1. In there for a strike right down Broadway. And 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning. Lefty on lefty here in Bennett Gary. Who's been 1 for 3 today. Runners most certainly will be on the move here. As that one gets down for a base hit on the ground. Into left. The throw to the plate is not in time. It was a clash at the plate. Jackson Walker's in there safely, and it's a 2-1 ball game as the rain lightly falls here at Eagle Field.
Yeah, tough one. Reams' throw just a bit too high. He couldn't get the tag applied down in time to get the out. Harrisonburg doing a good job of just passing the baton, not trying to do too much. They got the job done.
This might be the hook for Parker McCray as head coach Randy Tomlin comes out once more. And it will be. Well, the name of the numbers on the new guy when we come right back. Tom Sox trailed 2-1 with 2 outs when we come back.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out tomsox.org/schedule to see when the team is back in action. Learn from the best this summer. Join Tom Sox players and coaches in our annual summer camps. It's a chance for kids ages 6 to 12 to learn from the past, present, and future of baseball. Find more information and sign up at tomsox.org/summercamp.
Connor Hedgepeth, the new man on the mound with 2 outs and runners at the corners here as Parker McCray's day is done. Parker McCray ended up having no strikeouts and 1 walk and 1 inning pitch as now we have the season line on Connor Hedgepeth.
Hedgepeth's worked 11 in 2 innings, 7 hits. Only allowed 1 earned run on the year with 12 strikeouts and 7 walks. A lot of those walks came in the early season. Over his last 3 starts, he's walked 2 batters, last 3 appearances, that is. We did make 1 start against Stanton where he worked 3 2/3 innings with no walks and 2 strikeouts.
There you go. So I'll bring up Andy Perez, still looking for that elusive first time reaching base today. He's been out in all 3 tries as he looks to extend his Valley League leading 26-game on-base streak. Runners at the corners for Connor Hedgepeth. Slight pull shift on. First he steps off the mound. I'll stay back. Jackson now heels in the outfield turf. He brings himself in. First pitch. Down low for a ball.
He starts it off with the breaking ball that's been one of the best on the Tom Sox staff this season. He's got a lot of movement, and really few hitters have been able to even comprehend it.
Now from Hedgepath comes the 1-0. Down low again by the shoes. 2 balls, no strikes. If the inning continues, it'll be Elijah Williams, who's also working on an 0 for 3 day, who's on deck. Hedgepath gets his side. It's ready with the 2-0. In there for a strike on the lower outside corner.
The thing with Hedgepath, too, his fastball isn't a traditional fastball. It's got some cut, got some sinking movement to it. So tough for the hitters to barrel it up in that sense. That's why the breaking ball works so well.
Exactly. Pitch clock down to 6. 2-1 count. Runner going. Defensive indifference from someone who originally checks on the runner at third. Infante. So a stolen base for Bennett Gary. Moves up the runners to second and third. Still 2 gone. And a chance to load up the bases here as there's 3 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs. To Andy Perez. Here comes the 3-1. High fly ball in a straightaway center field. Plenty of room for Tommy Lansness, who makes the catch to retire the side and limit the damage to just 1 run scored in the frame. We're through 7 as we head to the top of the 8th. Tom Sox 1, Turks 2. We'll be right back here on the Tom Sox Broadcast Network.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out Tom.
Back now here in the top of the 8th. It'll be back to the top of the order in Jackson, McCollum, and Combs, who themselves have been working on a 1 for 9 day.
You're going to need better from the top of your order if you're going to win a ball game like this. The Turks did enough to take the lead. They're giving trust in Douglas King to come out here for the 8th inning. Although, it's going to be tight. He's stranded a couple base runners occasionally, but if the Tom Sox can finally get to him, might be time for a breakthrough.
The last run scored and the lone run scored by the Tom Sox today was in the top of the 2nd. That was on a Braden Bachman RBI single. That'll bring up Chase Jackson at the inning-ending double play back in the 5th. Has a clean slate for him now. That one in there for a strike at the knees down the middle. He struck out the last time he led off an inning, which was back in the top of the 1st. 0-1. In there for a strike. Quickly 0-2 to number 2. Jackson's got to batten down here as he faces the 0-2 pitch. Misses low. A good take from him.
He's got a battle. Sox need base runners They'll take them any way they can get them. Bat on ball, base on balls, hit by pitch. You name it. Charlottesville needs it at this point.
Chase Jackson playing in his first game since July 8th. And he lines that right back to the second baseman on the ground. Fires to first, Miranda to Williams. For the first out of the top of the 8th. Tom Sox down to their final 5.
Designated hitter Grayson McCollum.
So that'll bring up Grayson McCollum. Got 1 ground out and 2 strikeouts today. Looking for his first hit and likely won't find it there. Is a quick 6-3 put out by way of Perez to Williams. Quick grounder to short. Now it's quickly 2 gone.
First baseman Caden Combs.
That'll bring up Caden Combs. The lone hit at the top of the order. With Aiden Harris on deck, he has 2 hits. First pitch skips away to the backstop. Off of the glove to the right side of Fonte. Inside, 2 balls, no strikes for Caden Combs on the year coming into this game. With 2 outs, he's 6 for 14. He faces the 2-0. Chopper foul, third base side. Momentum brought Garcia to the left field wall, so he just has to end up throwing that away.
It's a big spot for Combs. He's had 3 solid at-bats today, though he didn't get the results he wanted in 2 of them. Someone that could tie this game with 1 swing. I don't think he is intending to.
2-1. That's foul. Right field side. That time there was just a little bit late on the swing. Seems like in the blink of an eye, we're all of a sudden base is empty. 2 outs here. Tom Sox trail 2-1 in the top of the 8th. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Chopper ground to third base side. Backing up is Garcia. Oh, across the diamond. It's in time on a split to Elijah Williams. A 5-3 put out to end the 1-2-3 frame. All 3 by way of the ground out. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Tom Sox trail 2-1. We'll be right back here on the Tom Sox Broadcast Network.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference.
Back now here in the bottom of the 8th. Tom Sox set down 1-2-3 by way of all 3 ground outs. Connor Hedgepeth back on the mound, looking for potential first full inning of work. And he'll need to lock things down here against a hefty part of the lineup in Williams, Dalton, and Garcia.
Still like Connor Hedgepeth, especially against this part of the lineup. He had a successful outing against Harrisonburg a while back in June. So they've seen him before. He's still a very tough pitcher to conquer, has been excellent this season for the Sox.
Elijah Williams steps up. First pitch sweeps down low by the left cleat of Elijah Williams for a ball. Sweeps the breaking ball. 1 ball, no strikes is the pitch. Same location, same miss, 2 balls, no strikes. Middle infielders playing back, both in the outfield turf. Chase Jackson playing well into the outfield. At second. Williams loses the bat to first. First strike. And the bat traveled well further than the ball did.
Yeah, that's happened to Williams multiple times, though not like that where the bat's gone into fair play. And they're going to have a conversation here, the umpires, potentially about catcher's interference. I believe Tyler Bocock, Turks skipper, wants to have that discussion, as it did seem a little bit awkward on the swing. Williams didn't outright say anything, but one of the things this discussion could be about.
The head coach, Tyler Bocock, assisted by Greg Mulholland, Ryan Cowell, and Luke Keister. For the Harrisonburg Turks, as for the Tom Sox, it's Rainey Tomlin, assisted by Beth Warner, Will Pearson, and for the day, also Thomas Abel, but also for the day and also for yesterday, Jason Mullins. Corey Hunt was also part of the coaching staff, the 21-0 win over Stanton. Now Hedgepeth ready, the 2-1. Breaking ball, loses the bat again is Elijah Williams. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
I mean, this is both impressive for Connor Hedgepeth and just odd for Williams. That Hedgepeth's breaking ball is that good that Williams has to lose the bat every time he swings at the pitch from Hedgepeth. This is, I got to say, it's impressive for Connor.
Absolutely. It's a testament to how good your arsenal is for sure.
That time the bat went further than the ball.
Twice in a row. 2-2 pitch. This is low. To run the count full. Still no outs here. Bases are empty. Bottom of the 8th. Tom Sox trail 2-1. The Turks on offense. Payoff pitch. High fly ball into center field. Tommy Lancis backs up. Camps under to make the catch to his right. And it's 1 gone here in the bottom of the 8th.
Yeah, Williams didn't lose the bat on that one, but he didn't get enough of it to make it count. Good job by Hedgepeth to induce that contact. Nothing hurt. And get Williams way under it.
That'll bring up Brody Dalton. He's looking to groove himself into his first hit of the day. He's 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts in his last 2 at-bats. First pitch skips to the backstop. Once again, I mean, bases are empty. That's a no-consequence ball. Just kind of got to let that go out of the way.
Yeah, especially when he's trying to hit his spots with his off-speed and breaking stuff. When he gets it, it's incredibly tough to hit.
Righty on lefty. As lefty batter Dalton takes that pitch to even up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hedgepeth working quickly. Deep breath. 5 left on the pitch clock. 1-1. High fly ball into right field. Going back to the track is Bachman, who makes the catch. Just shy of the wall. Able to make an easy controlled catch. 2 gone.
Yeah, that one looked a lot better off the bat than it ended up being for Brody Dalton. Granted, I've seen the type of power that he possesses. So maybe a little bit of bias on my end, but a good job from Bachman to stay in and track that one. It can be tough with these lights and with the cloud coverage here at Eagle Field. He held on to that one all the way and made the play.
He had 2 home runs back of the show when they faced off against the Tom Sox. Now with 2 outs, the base is empty. Here's Philip Garcia. Takes that one outside for a ball. Garcia was caught stealing at second by way of Sam Summerlin to Maldonado Jr. to end the bottom of the 6th. Here's the 1-0. Sails up high. 2 balls, no strikes. Crowding the righty batter's box. Light lift in his left foot. Here comes the 2-0. In there for a strike on the breaking ball.
It is impressive to me the control that Connor Hedgepeth has with his breaking stuff. He's able to effectively use it in a 2-0 count to locate the zone rather than trying to send in a fastball and challenge the hitter.
Working again. Here comes the 2-1. Check swing for Garcia. They say he won't go. Did not break the plane. It's 3-1. No walks yet for Connor Hedgepeth today. Not trying to have the broadcasters curse. 3-1. In there for a strike on the lower outside corner. Able to paint the black and run the count full.
Now the question is, does he go to his fastball or does he stick with the breaking ball? Always tough when you're in an at-bat against a guy like Connor Hedgepeth who has multiple weapons.
Absolutely. 3-2 pitch with 2 outs. Just fouled off. Tough piece there for Philip Garcia to stay alive. Garcia back ready again. Facing off against Connor Hedgepeth. Looking for his first strikeout of the day. 3-2 pitch. High fly ball into shallow right field. Calling everybody off is Braden Bachman with a diving catch to end the inning. A 1-2-3 frame as we head to the top of the 9th. Last chance for the Tom Sox. Down 2-1 when we come back here on the Tom Sox Broadcast Network.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see.
Harris, Lansdus, and Ream are the last chances for the Tom Sox here in the top of the 9th. Tom Sox have clinched the head-to-head against the Turks. Should it go to that in the tiebreaker to end the season, but it'd be good to get a win right here.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a win that would be monumental in kind of easing the hopes of Sox fans across the nation.
First pitch, chin music for Aiden Harris, who has to take away 1 ball, no strikes. Aiden Harris working on a 2-hit day, scored the Sox lone run back in the 2nd. The 1-0. Also inside. Almost hit him. Might have gotten an article of his clothing.
Which technically I think should be a hit by pitch. According to rule, if that clipped his jersey, he should be on first base right now.
Now he faces the 2-0. Takes out a liner. Tough out for the shortstop and Perez across the diamond. And he makes the play on the throw to Elijah Williams for the first out. And that'll bring up Tommy Lansness. As now Xavier McCory will be on deck to replace Lucas Ream.
Center fielder Tommy Lansness.
Takes first pitch in the dirt. Sure we say in the turf for ball 1.
Yeah, and with McCory, he's played left field once this season here at Eagle Field, so only ballpark he's had to man the outfield for the Sox.
1-0 to Lansness. Swings and misses, hits the helmet of Andrew Fonte behind the plate. To even up the count. Now the 1-1. Weak tapper grounder foul first base side. We'll get out of play. Quickly down to 2 strikes. Xavier McCory waiting in the wings. One, 2. Misses the zone inside to even up the count. The Tom Sox are undefeated in their 2 tries at Eagle Field this year. 5-3 and 12-4 on June 11th and June 17th, respectively. The 2-2. It's a piece foul. First base side. And a tough handle for Thomas Abel. He can't make the play. And much to the chagrin of the remaining Turks fans and Sox fans that are still here.
Yeah, tough hop. They'll eat you up sometimes, especially on that first base side.
2-2. Check swing. The appeal. He did not go, says the third base umpire, Fred Shaner. Full count.
This is a really good at-bat from Tommy Lansness. Just to continue working. You have to find a way on base. Lansness is a guy that's done it 19 games straight.
Here comes the 3-2. Down low, ball 4. A veteran take from Tommy Lansness to give the Tom Sox a base runner here in the top of the 9th, as the go-ahead run is now at the plate in the form of Xavier McCory.
You don't know how aggressive Randy Tomlin will necessarily be with Tommy Lansness on the base paths, but he's stolen 10 bases this season. Someone that could move into scoring position if he's able to get a good jump.
Christian Dewey is on deck if we get to that point. Would be taking over for Braden Bachman, who had the lone RBI for the Tom Sox today. So we'll be back-to-back pinch hitters, but right now focusing on Xavier McCory, who could end the day with 1 swing or could prolong it with 1 swing. First pitch on the ground to second base side. Flips to second, back on to first. It's in time. And a 4-6-3 double play ends the game. The Tom Sox lose 2-1 to end the head-to-head series this year. And the pitcher's duel was quite as advertised today. And a good win for the Harrisonburg Turks.
Harrisonburg took care of business, did what they had to do. It wasn't the prettiest game from either side, but they took what was offered to them by Charlottesville, and they cashed in. You still got to see some great pitching from both sides. A true old-timey baseball game, 2-1 scoreline. Might be I consider this the Big Ten football version of a Valley League game, especially after the 21-0 win for Charlottesville over Stanton yesterday.
One may say the Tom Sox used up all their runs yesterday. But regardless, the sun comes up tomorrow if you're the Tom Sox on the rare off-day game. It's going to be a makeup game as the Tom Sox take on the Covington Lumberjacks back at the show. First pitch set for 7 p.m. We'll have that on TV, on YouTube Live, and on Facebook Live. So we do hope you guys tune